Hi everyone and welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Matilda and I make videos about books, reading, writing and other things that tickle my fancy. Today I'm here with an original tag created by yours truly, and I'm just gonna get right into it because there are things I need to be doing. Now, as you can tell from the title of this video, wherever that is, below the video these days I think, if you're watching this in the future, who knows? But the name of the tag is the currently writing tag, and it's all about writing projects, current draft, current writing music, and so on. There are 9 questions and then you tag people at the end, so let's do this. The first question is, what are you currently working on? I'm currently working on a new adult contemporary called April and Other Fools, and it follows my main character April, who is studying to become a doctor in the US. She's in med school. But early on in the book, she finds out that she's not graduating. She's not allowed to take that step because of reasons that become apparent in the book. And instead of her returning home to her family in the UK, she ends up in Sweden, which is where I live. And she spends the summer on Gotland, which is an island in the southeast of Sweden, where I've spent a little bit of time in the summers before, and it's a really fun story. It deals a lot with family because both my main character April and her love interest have families. So do most people, but they have families that are not necessarily complex, but there's a lot to digest there. There's a lot of stuff going on within their families. And it deals a lot with family, which is a topic that I guess if I think back on previous projects, in my story Alice that I talked about a couple of years ago, I also heavily featured family, just not intentionally. And I guess family is something I like writing about, even though that was not the intention for Alice. Family does, however, play a pretty big part in April and Other Fools, but I think it really shows the difference and the importance of your family, that family you were born or adopted or fostered into, and your chosen family, because chosen family also plays a really, really big part in this book, and I'm liking it a lot. Question 2 is current word count. Now, as of me filming this, I'm sitting at 12,159 words. So I'm not very far into the book yet. I have been making some A Week in Writing vlogs that may or may not ever see the light of day, but yeah, I have been working on it for the past 2 weeks, on and off, and I'm really enjoying it. I wish I would have worked on it this week. I'm filming this on a Thursday, and I've written 0 words this week. But I am very much enjoying it and it's going really well. If those writing vlogs don't go up, or maybe even if they do go up, I am going to show off my outline to you at some point and talk more about this project in depth. But for right now, 12,000 words. Story about family. Question 3 is current deadline. Now, when I'm saying deadline, for me currently, that means when I want to be done with this draft, not when I want to be done with the entirety of everything and have queried and all of that. When I started this back earlier in May, I wanted my deadline to be end of May because I really wanted to fast draft this one. I wanted to get it all out in one go and then deal with the aftermath, basically. But right now that just isn't possible. I could definitely still try, but seeing as how today is the 23rd of May, and on Thursday next week, the 30th, Mark's and I are going abroad briefly over the weekend for his brother's wedding, where there will be lots of friends and family to spend time with. I don't think it's possible, seeing as how I think this draft will end up in the maybe 60,000, 65, 70,000 word range. That is a lot to do in a week. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm not aiming for it. So my actual goal is end of June now. I should definitely be able to finish towards the end of June, and that's what I'm going with right now. The next question is current writing music or current writing song. Now I'm trying out this thing where I'm actually making a Spotify playlist for myself for this project. I have had previous ones, but I basically just added in a bunch of songs in one go and then taking it from there. And I do have a writing playlist for, I think I have one for November 2018 or something that I go back to and listen to sometimes. But I am making a new one for this project. However, it's not really songs that, you know, oh, this song really sets the theme for this scene, or this song really represents how the character is feeling right now. Instead, it's just songs I like listening to currently, which is how I do my writing playlists most of the time. My playlist isn't very long right now, it only has 3 songs on it, and those are, in order of appearance, What a Time with Julia Michaels and Niall Horan, Hooked by Why Don't We, and Dear Insecurity by Gnash, I hope I say that correctly, and Ben Abraham. I also listen to East Side by Halsey and other people a lot. Basically, in the beginning of this project, I just let my Spotify play sort of whatever I wanted, and I'd never heard any of these 3 songs before, so I listened to them and I liked them and I thought they might in some way fit the story. So I put them in a playlist. The one I'm playing the most of these is Dear Insecurity, because it's a very catchy tune and I like it a lot. The next question is current snack. Now, I was supposed to bring that into the library, but I forgot it in the fridge. So I'm just gonna put a picture up of it, and it's Marabou, which is a Swedish chocolate brand. And my favorite chocolate bar that they do has almonds and raisins in it and is really, 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 really good. And I'm not a person who likes almonds or nuts or anything, but I really, really like that chocolate. Next up, we have current problem or struggle or hurdle. For me, currently, it is taking the time to write because, like I said, I haven't been writing anything this week and today's a Thursday. So, you know, I don't really have an excuse for that. I have been spending my time doing other things, so I haven't just been sitting idle for hours on end. But right now, it really is taking the time to write. I am really excited about the story and the concept and my words and the characters, so I don't really know why I haven't taken the time this week, but I'm hoping to get back into it, preferably tomorrow, and just type my way to the end of the story. Next up, we have current favorite character. Now, at this point of the story, we have met, I want to say 5, 6 characters. We've met the MC, we've met the love interest, we've met the MC's old partner and her brother and her mother. The mother and brother only via phones and email, so they haven't really been on the page yet. But I think those are really the named characters that you've gotten to meet yet, or that I've gotten to meet yet. Out of what I've written so far, I really do like the love interest. I think that she is very quirky and very nice and just a genuinely kind-hearted person. Out of the plotting I've done though, the outlining, I am really excited to get to meet, this sounds silly, but I'm really excited to get to meet the main character's brother on page eventually, and also the love interest's aunt. I think those are going to be really, really fun characters to write, and I really, really hope that they will come across just as lovely as I want them to, because I am really, really excited to write those two. Is it bad that I didn't pick my own main character? Oh well, she has her moments too. It's not that I don't like her. Next up, we have current draft. Now, I am on my first draft. This is the first time I'm writing the story. Could arguably be called a zero draft, I guess. I sometimes have a hard time distinguishing between what is a zero draft and what is a first draft, but I am choosing to call this my first draft, possibly just because I've outlined and I feel like I have enough meat to put on these bones of a story. I'm calling it a first draft. The 9th and final question is current number of other works in progress. For me, it's actually 0. I am not working on anything else right now, although I hatched a sliver of an idea today that I would like to explore. It will be a contemporary, possibly a new adult contemporary or adult, which is a genre I have never written, so that's scary. I would also really like to work on Stolen Skies and Reckless Behavior, which was the project I wanted to work on for Camp April. But if you've seen the video in which I wrapped up camp, you'll see just how well that didn't go. On and off, I do also want to pick up Alice again, even though it's been a long time since I worked on it and I don't really know what I want out of it. Maybe one day I'll pick that up. But currently I am only working on April and Other Fools, and I'm okay with that. So that concludes the tag portion of this video. Now I'm moving on to actually tagging people, which is the second part. And I did reach out on the AuthorTube Facebook page, and there were a lot of people who wanted to be tagged. So I am tagging 8 people today, 7 people who asked me to tag them on the page, and also Marcus, because I'm tagging Marcus. Those are the 8 people I'm tagging, but if you also want to do this tag, feel free to do so. I will leave the questions in the description bar down below, so you can just copy them and answer them. And if you do the tag, please let me know so I can go watch it, because I'm excited to see what people answer and I really want to hear about your projects. That was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back soon with another video, and I'll see you then. Bye!